Alright, what is up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Chris and today I'm back with another video here. Again, little different video. Different because I mentioned the other day I was going to do game reviews for the last two Phantoms games because they were pretty important. Unfortunately, with the Phantoms losing Wednesday night and then losing tonight against Charlotte, that now puts the Phantoms 4 points back of Charlotte, who is in third. They are now currently in sixth place. They were in third, and they have dropped. They can pass Hartford if Hartford loses their next game and the Phantoms win, and they could be the fifth seed. But fourth or anything above does not look likely for the Phantoms. Unless Springfield would have to lose as well, and the Phantoms would have to win their last game to get fourth. Anywhere in the top four clinches home ice for the first round, and a couple of Phantoms have had some pretty good seasons. Elliot Desnoyers breaking the most goals as a rookie as a Phantom since Danik Martel did it in 2015-16. Desnoyers scored on Wednesday to get 23, breaking the previously set 22 goal record. Most wins by a goaltender, unfortunately, can't be broken because of how many games are left in the season. Only one, and obviously the Phantoms losing tonight. But Sam Ersson had 24 before going into this game, and still sits at that same spot. He's 3 behind Alex Lyon, so second all time in most wins by a goaltender for Sam Ersson. Single season plus 26 for Adam Ginning. Nick Albé-Kubel in 17-18 is in second with plus 24, and penalty minutes over a career as a Phantom, Garrett Wilson now leads for the Phantoms. Unfortunately for this game, off of the records, I was at this game, I was in attendance. Tough one. I mean, you battled. Really unfortunate because this game was huge, right? If you win this game, you're tied for third. You're tied in wins, and you're tied in regulation wins. The Phantoms would have had the tiebreaker. It's unfortunate. It really is unfortunate. It was a really tough game, and of course, the guy who scores the eventual game-winning goal, who else but Gary Mayhew? So he scores, unfortunately, and again, it was a pretty good first period. Phantoms found themselves down 2-1, and they had some chances. I thought Ronnie Adder had a good game, stepping up a couple times at a couple nice plays to keep the puck in the zone, offensively creeping in for chances. Good gap control. I thought the Phantoms were physical. I thought Bobby Brink had a really good game. And, again, I don't want to sound too down, right? Because the Phantoms are still going to into the playoffs, and it is a 3-game series, so you still can win a game on the road. But this was a very important game in the sense of clinching home ice, because that's the biggest thing, right? If you could play well at home and especially clinch that home ice for the first round, then that's pretty ideal. So unfortunately they don't do that. Again, the Phantoms are still in, and things could change if they do win tomorrow in Hershey. Today actually. So it would be nice, but again, it really is kind of leaves a sour taste in your mouth. You don't want to end the regular season going into the playoffs on a 3-game losing streak, especially because you just had such a good weekend previously to get up there. So it will be nice if they could win tomorrow. But again, from this game, I mean, I thought there were some good moments. I mean, I liked the second period. Only had 5 shots, only gave up 4, but the Phantoms had majority of the time in Charlotte's end, had 2 power plays. Unfortunately, power play was a little off tonight. Couldn't really get much going in the sense of cleanliness, and it just was a little sloppy in terms of execution and especially getting into the zone. Just to go back and especially for the third too, like, you get the goal, and then right after 3-2, 4-2, it's a power play goal, which I didn't love the call on Ginning. It was a cross check on Ginning they called with around 7 minutes or so left, and the Phantoms penalty kill up until this point did a pretty good job to keep Charlotte off the board and really not give them much of anything. And they do score, and the whole reasoning for the penalty was a failed clear. So again, it's a lot of unfortunate things that kind of went wrong in this game for the Phantoms. From the first goal of the game, is a backhander off of a tough rebound where nobody kind of picked up the trailer. Tough one for Urson. The second one is a wraparound. Nobody picks up Mayhew, slam dunk in front after you just scored a power play goal from Garrett Wilson to tie the game at 1. You get the breakaway goal from Bobby Brink in the third period, which was a beautiful move on the backhand, and then you give up a goal right after to Jerry Mayhew, who kind of just danced through 2 or 3 guys, still had the puck on his stick, and sniped it past Sam Emerson. And suddenly it's 3-2 Charlotte again. Then they add one, and then the empty netter, and that was it. So, unfortunately, it is what it is, right? There's nothing you can do about it now. If you win tomorrow, it's much better, but you have to win them. You have to win today, I should say. Again, I'm recording this very early Saturday morning. I'm still thinking it's Friday night, so I apologize. But yes, tonight against Hershey, it would be nice if the Phantoms could win that and be able to kind of put themselves a little further into this, because 3rd seed cannot happen now. 4th seed is still possible, depending on what happens there, because you would need Springfield to lose 2 games, and then most likely 5th or 6th seed is ideal for right now, depending on what Springfield does. Because again, there's still other things to this, but my guess is probably 5th or 6th seed for the Phantoms. For the Phantoms, they play Hershey, and for just kind of the end of the season, Charlotte ends up taking on Wilkes-Barre, and Hartford plays Springfield. So that's going to be a pretty important game. If Hartford wins, that basically puts the Phantoms in the 6th spot. If the Wolfpack lose and the Phantoms win, that puts them above. And if Springfield would lose that last game, the Phantoms could have a chance then to kind of tie with them and maybe be in that 4th spot. So a lot depending on the last couple of games here. So we will see what happens. Again, unfortunate loss. Just a couple positive things though. I liked Bobby Brink. I thought he had a really good game, like I mentioned. Cooper Marady has had some really good moments for the Phantoms this year. He's been pretty big. Jordy Bellerive, Adam Brooks. He didn't play tonight, but just different things there for the Phantoms. Brooks did play tonight. The Phantoms, they had a couple other guys that kind of weren't in the lineup and things like that too. They did have a good chunk of scratches. So again, my apologies. But overall, I do like the Wilson, Dinoye, and Brink line. I'm curious if they will keep that together. There were a couple times where the Lixel, Anisimov, Forrester line got kind of stuck on their own end. But they were able to be able to create some offense, and obviously they ended up generating some looks on the power play. But overall, just again a real tough one tonight. It was the first time I've ever seen Emil Andre play live, and I will say moving the puck and the way he sees the ice is good. Again, it's one game I've seen live in person, which is different than watching on YouTube highlights or TV. So it's different. But again, overall, I like how he plays and just everything. And it's just unfortunate because I would have liked to A, seen a win because I was there, and B, because of everything with the seeding and all that. But again, the Phantoms are in. It's only a 3-game series. You can go either way. So we'll say it's no time to panic. Still have a game tomorrow that could change a lot of stuff. So we will see what happens. Thanks everybody so much again for all the support. Remember to stay tuned. I'll be doing a game review for tomorrow's game or tonight's game. That's about the 4th time I've messed that up. But anyway, I think you get my point. So thanks everybody so much for all the support. Stay tuned for the watch parties announcement as soon as the Phantoms playoff schedule comes out. So thanks everybody so much again for all the support, and I'll talk to you all again soon.